Hi again, Calm 360. This is Janice. I have to tell you that this exercise made me a little bit uncomfortable because I don't like people all up in my space. So for me to get up in other people's space was a little outside of the box for me. So I chose two familiar places and an unfamiliar place. That is, people who are familiar with me versus people who are not familiar with me. I chose my workplace, my church, and the grocery store. So at work, I did a little close talking experiment, and I am not a close talker. So got up all in this guy's face, and he's like, "Oh, I think he wanted to meet me after work or something." So, that was uncomfortable. In church, you know how in some churches people have their usual pews, their PSLs, as my husband calls them, where they sit and don't anyone else dare to sit in those spaces. So anyway, so I sat out of my usual spot next to, close to someone else who didn't act really uncomfortable, but I knew they were. I guess they didn't feel like they could say, "Get up off me," because we were in church, but I knew that they were uncomfortable. So in the grocery store, you know how you are waiting to be checked out and you kind of keep a distance so that the person in front of you who is checking out and entering their PIN doesn't think you're, all in their business. Well, I was a little too close with the cart. And this woman shot me a look like, "You better back off." So I did. So what this all told me is kind of the way I feel about interpersonal space is that my space is my space. Don't come in unless invited beyond a personal, the social space. Social, public, okay, And then only certain people in your personal, intimate space is the way I feel about it. And I think a lot of people feel the same way, except for the lech at work. But, I think he's an isolated case. But I think overall, people are protective of their close, their intimate and personal spaces.